Nerd News Network time.
Mm.
Lots of trailers and teaser trailers and posters and thoughts and feelings and stuff.
Yes.
What if season 2 trailer?
Yes.
We got it.
We
It was
did.
very Christmas themed.
It was.
Which I mean was always their plan. It starts next Friday, the 22nd.
Yep.
We get an episode a day
Mm-hmm.
from the 22nd through to the end of the year. I know What If got a bit of shit. People
Which
didn't
I
like
never
how it all
understood.
got brought into one story at the end. Because what if it's supposed to be like this?
Yeah.
What if we change one big thing
Yeah.
and just see how that plays out? And what they decided to do instead was, what if we change these really random, tiny little things and see how that plays out?
Mm-hmm.
I get that. I get why people maybe don't necessarily like that. I would have been down for like what if to be instead like each season was a concept. So like in the What If comic I've got, one of the stories is what if Peter Parker became the Punisher.
That's cool.
So the entire story was it's the exact same. He gets Spider-Man's powers and Uncle Ben dies, but Uncle Ben dies before he gets to tell him with great power comes great responsibility. Yeah.
So it's like,
So
different
in his
direction.
own head, he comes up with the idea that he needs to avenge people and he needs to punish those who do wrong. I would have been down for them to do each What If season is animated still. It's 6 episodes and it takes on that kind of story. What
Yeah.
if Peter Parker was the Punisher for 6 episodes? What if Thor was Loki? Or what if Loki became the God of Thunder?
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. And I see why people might want that. I still enjoyed the first season.
Yeah. So did I.
I think the second season is going to be fun. It's fun. It's not supposed to be anything other than
Yeah.
fun. Why can't we just have fun?
Yeah. It's what if, like, they are theories and it's animated. Like it's meant to be just these fun ideas.
It's coming out
Same.
around Christmas. It's 20 minutes where you can just avoid your family and go, oh, I've got a new thing I want to watch. And you just whack your earphones in, you turn your TV on, you watch it for 20 minutes, and you go, that was a cool one. It was all right. Or I don't know why I keep watching these, and then you don't watch the next one. Just allow yourself to live a little.
Yeah, I think that like the Marvel fans just need to be like the Star Wars fans with visions. Like, appreciate that these aren't canon to what you actually care about. They're just a bit of fun. You get to watch something cool that you wouldn't have seen before. And yeah, like that's it doesn't need to be any deeper than that. Like,
Yeah.
what's not fun about watching the MCU characters that might not be quite the right MCU characters, but they're doing something for Christmas in a fun, wacky way. Like, it's just have some fun with it.
It is wild. We got a Madam Web poster.
We did.
It is so unbelievably mid. But at least it's not just the bog standard big heads poster.
True.
Like they actually tried to incorporate some of the web themes into it.
It's still
Which
kind of
I
just a
think I
big
have
head
a
poster.
little bit more. Yeah, it's a bit better though. Like at least they actually tried something.
True. It's
'Cause
very
let's be honest, for
Sony.
a while we've been getting a lot of big head posters that it's just main character,
Yeah.
second character, third and fourth character.
Yeah.
At least they were trying something. What I don't like is it's the exact same picture of Dakota for both of them. For the one of just her and
Yeah,
for
it is.
the whole, it's the exact same picture of her, which means whoever's made this has made her one. They've
Well,
saved it.
that's
They've
just what they've been
exported it,
given. It's the
and then
assets they've been given.
and then they've just moved her web connects them all text up and added these other bits on it.
Honestly, it's like they'll have been given. That's probably the only good front-facing asset of her that they were given,
Especially
which is a
in what
shame.
looks like it's going to be her suit.
And it'll also just be like, we need some posters. Here's the assets. Get this done in like a week.
Yeah. This was posted on December 12th. They got given this assignment 1 minute to 12 on December 11th. But at least they did try something. At least we've got something.
True.
slightly Madam Web adjacent news.
Oh.
And this is only funny because she's okay. But a video has leaked from Sydney Sweeney's new rom-com that's coming out,
Okay.
in which she gets bitten by a huntsman spider. So there's a bit in the film that I've seen in the trailer where essentially, so the whole concept of this rom-com is her and this other guy hate each other's guts,
Mm-hmm.
and they're both going to the same wedding in Australia.
Right.
They get there to find out both of their exes are there with their new partners. So they're
Classic
like,
rom-com.
I hate your guts, but let's pretend we're together so that people stop feeling sorry for us.
Yep.
And of course, they will fall in love with each other over the course of the film. I'm not a rom-com guy, but a good one's a good one. It might be okay. It looks funny. It looks like it actually has a bit more comedy than normal. And in one of the scenes when they're like all over each other, they accidentally realise that there's a huntsman spider because obviously they're in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
And a bit of behind-the-scenes footage leaked, and she's like, Sydney Sweeney's an okay actress. I don't think she's the greatest. And it's like on her hand, and then all of a sudden she goes for this big, and you could just kind of see everyone's like, oh, this is pretty good. And she's like, no, it's actually fucking biting me. Help! And then Glenn Powell, her co-star, is like, wait, shit, really? And she's like, yes, it's really fucking biting me. He's like, guys, can we help her? Like I say, only funny because she's okay.
Yeah.
But that coming out a day after the Madam Web poster has a lot of people making very similar jokes.
Yeah. I mean,
but yeah.
timing.
More Spider-Man news.
Yes.
Now, I could have sworn that we were told not that long ago that this got shelved. Then we were kind of told maybe it won't be shelved, but it might not be what we thought it was anymore.
Yeah.
But apparently Spider-Man Freshman Year, which was one of the animated shows announced at San Diego Comic-Con last year, not this year, 22, when they announced loads.
Yeah, over a year ago.
Yeah. Has been renamed to the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
And is apparently releasing in 2024.
Yeah.
I remember when we initially saw some of the designs, we liked what we saw.
Yeah,
An animated Spider-Man show is always a good thing to have.
Yeah.
Initially, it was supposed to be canon to the MCU.
Mm.
That has definitely changed.
Right, okay.
We then heard that it was going to be cancelled when they announced that they were cancelling a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But that was also the same wave where we heard Armor Wars had been cancelled, and Armor Wars hasn't actually been cancelled. So I think that was a miscommunication that never got corrected. And they've just like continued giving updates on these projects.
Yeah, I think it was kind of like probably what happened was they were taking off their slots and were going to be rescheduled a different time, and people were just like, oh, they've been cancelled. Really, it was just like kind of not ready to be actually announced yet, sort of thing.
Yeah, 100%. But I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, an animated Spider-Man's always enjoyed, and
I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm holier than thou. I love watching fucking animated shows.
Especially like, Spider-Man.
Animated superhero shows go fucking hard, man. And they're normally 25 minutes. And like, I'll be honest, not even animated superhero shows. When it's late at night and I'm like, I've got 40 minutes before I need to like actively try and go to sleep, I whack onto episodes of Family Guy. I don't give a fuck. It's funny. I'm actually really happy that TikTok's making Family Guy it again. Because now I don't feel really old for watching Family Guy. Instead, I feel like I'm being hip and cool.
But yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
Speaking more on Blade.
Yeah, back to Blade again.
Yeah. Mahershala Ali says he's encouraged with the direction Blade is going, and he is confident they'll be back at it pretty soon.
Which is the first, well, probably the second good news recently from that.
Yeah. There was a little bit of concern for a hot minute there that he was like ready to leave the project over how badly it was going.
Yep.
And he's a prestigious actor. He's won awards. Everyone knows this man can act.
Yep.
And one of the first things, like we said when it got announced that he was going to be Blade, was like, that is fucking brilliant. This film cannot
Great show.
miss.
Yeah.
And then they've proceeded to fuck around with the script so much that he got to the point where it was like, guys, I'm not sure if I can.
I don't
We
want to do.
might
Yeah, I
have
don't want
to.
to do this.
But looks like they might have won him back over, or he's just so exceedingly well PR trained, he's not going to throw them under the bus until he's absolutely walking out the door.
I imagine because they've brought in the writer from Logan.
Yeah,
I imagine he's done a rough sort of like pitch of this is what I want to do for the story, tone, how I want to take it. He's seen that and he's gone, okay, this is more like the Blade film I want to do. This is now going in the right direction again. I trust in this again. And that's kind of what he means by it. So, fingers crossed, it all goes well because I really want a good Blade film.
100%. A live action Spider-Man noir series is in the works at Amazon. However, it will not focus on Peter Parker. And that is where they concern me. A live action Spider-Man noir series, I'm intrigued by. I'm interested by. I'm willing to give it a chance. To randomly decide it's not going to be Peter Parker is such a weird decision. That feels like I want the Spider-Man branding, but I don't want to have to tell a Spider-Man story.
Unless they're really trying to just throw us off and it's actually, they're just like, oh yeah, it's not Peter Parker. But it is.
Yeah.
Like, it's I'm down for the theme of Spider-Man Noir, but yeah, like you said, it'll be interesting to see what story they're gonna do then, if it's not
100%.
like focused on Peter Parker.
For sure, there's definitely going to be some interesting ones. That much is
But Amazon has done well by us so far.
They've done a good job. So
whoever's in charge of it,
fingers crossed they can keep cooking.
Yeah.
Speaking of Amazon, The Boys season 4 teaser, we got that last week.
We did, yes.
It really didn't give much away.
No.
Homelander is drifting further into fucking insanity.
Yeah, power struggle.
This lawsuit about the person he killed at the end of season 3 is clearly going to be a bigger talking point than we really thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of attention's clearly being put on Newman.
Yeah.
And we've got a new Black Noir.
Yeah.
Sam? That's a popular theory I've seen. It was something I like thought in my head straight away. I was like, that could be. A lot of people are going, well, clearly based on what we saw at the end of Gen V, Sam and
the Guardians
whatever her
of
face is,
Godolkin.
are clearly like been taken under Homelander's wing. Sam is crazy powerful, doesn't feel things potentially anymore. After what?
Well, and Kate could very easily just be like, don't talk anymore.
Yeah.
Then like, it's like what? Like that if she told him never speak again, boom.
So
but there's also they tease that there's going to be this like kind of left and right wing yellow versus
there's no actual politics at discussion here, Hori. God, it's simply Starlighters versus the Homelanders.
It's true.
There is
Optic versus Phase.
Keep politics out of my superhero stories, please. There is nothing political about this.
True. It's just Optic versus Phase.
Are you dumb, Hori? There is clearly no politics at play here whatsoever.
It's Na'vi versus Astralis. But yeah, that's also going to be a part.
It's going to be an interesting one. And by the looks of it, his Homelander's son, I forget his name, looks like he flings someone into a building at some point as well.
Yeah, I worry for that kid's future.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie, like, we thought he was a cute kid and that she'd done a really good job raising him. And then, like, very quickly after she died, he's become a little shit,
Trauma,
like
it's
very
trauma.
quickly.
He messed up, suffered the trauma of that. Then uh Matey wasn't very helpful in the situation of like he blamed him. So then Homelander swoops in and is like, "Oh, I'll be the father figure then. I'll be all
Then we
nicey
also
nicey to
got
you."
we also got to meet 3 new characters.
Yes.
2 soups.
Mm.
One appears to be a psychic,
Mm.
and that is the black lady who I don't think we got a name for. And then we got Truth Bomb. And it's so funny because people's reaction to Truth Bomb got away from superhero Twitter. So like you had people like taking screenshots of her in like a red, white, and blue unitard with a gun, and then named
Mm-hmm.
Truth Bomb, and everyone's like, "This motherfucker is going to be racist, homophobic, all of the icks, like just
Mm-hmm.
all of it." And then everyone's like, "My brother in Christ, you've seen 2 seconds of her. Why do you hate this woman?" And they're like, "Ah, I see you're not familiar with the boys."
Yeah. Uh,
um,
Also, she's very much seemingly on Homelander's side, and the whole like
100%. She's called
narrators,
Truth Bomb.
the
Come
narrators
on.
like they're saying like he needs to surround himself with like-minded individuals. It's like, oh, okay, we know where this is going.
And then you've got I forget the actor's name, but Negan from The Walking Dead.
Yes.
So everyone knew he was coming to work on the show like straight off season 3 ended. Um, and I believe this is also a character we've not from the comics. So the 2 new
Okay.
soups aren't from the comics. Neither is he. As we discussed, the boys' comics are not particularly good comic books, and they've
Yeah.
really just taken the concept and improved it for the show.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how these characters play into the greater story. Um, so yeah.
Yeah.
Then we got Fallout trailer.
Yes.
Gonna be good, isn't it? The trailer had me hyped.
I have to say, when we last talked about it and we saw some set photos, I was somewhat hopeful, but tentative. I have to
Yeah,
say that trailer, it did look good. They like the visual effects, practical and like
digital.
CGI, like look great.
Yeah,
And
all of the power suits look really clean.
yeah, uh, and like with that trailer coming out, you had like Todd Howard's comments on like it's going to be an original story, so it's got potential.
I just want to be entertained, Tori. I'm a simple man. I like. Don't get me wrong. There are going to be times I sit here and I'm like, no, this is like out and out art. This is something that we really need to. But I'm also down for like not shit content, but I'm down to just watch stuff that's fun that I don't have to
Yeah,
worry about too much. And if nothing else, it looks fun.
yeah. I think as long as they don't, my only little thing is like when we first saw Halo, everyone's like, "Oh my god, this looks amazing! We're gonna get a Halo live action finally." Then the story ruined it.
Yeah,
As long as they don't do something that is like so far left from what the actual like Fallout law and kind of like guidelines are, I don't think it's going to be very bad. I think it's going to be a decent show.
I think we're gonna get some really good action set pieces as well,
Yeah.
based on what we saw in the trailer. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that goes and if it ends up being a dub or an L, so to speak.
Yes.
Um, but that about wraps up the news.